This is Bollywood Z,
Franz Bowen, Trav Weeks,
George Sylvain,
and we are Driven Society with Makadrez.
Makadrez. Well, I'm Travis Weeks, founder of Driven Society. How I will characterize myself as somebody who's driven, who always looking to inspire people, but also somebody who's inspired by connected with like minds, somebody who thrives off being around people who have a mission in life to want to, do better for their families or create something in culture or leave a legacy. I honestly feel like we're all here for a reason bigger than ourselves, and this collective we have is for that same reason, to produce things and create things that'll last through time. So if you ask me who am I, I'm a visionary. Who's on deck?
I'm Zuhaib, aka Bollywood Z,
Yes, sir.
aka Bali, aka Z.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Jersey native,
Yes, sir.
trying to take over New York City and the world. I'm just a freelance hustler. That's basically it. That's exactly what I am.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm Franz Bowen, Brooklyn native. Who am I? I am, I'm co-founder of Driven Society, and I'd say I cover the bases that nobody thinks of.
Hi, I'm George Sylvain, part of Driven Society as well. What I say about myself, I'm from Long Island. And just came here to grind it out, man. I'm in love with the process. So I just like to see my fellow comrades and kings and queens just in a better space. So, trying to get us there is what I'm in love with right now at this current moment.
Yeah, how this Driven Society thing came about, how I became a part of it, or the creation, the vision conceptually. I envisioned this in 2010. It came to me as I was driving around with my brother Jeff at the time, and I knew what really puts me in my element, or what makes me feel alive, is just bringing people together for just elevation, for advancing each other, and whether it be the music, the arts, culture. I just found myself in the center of this, and wanting to bring people together was my art, and when that concept was first introduced to me, I fell in love with it, and I'm like, yo, what's a community that I can build that turn into a company where I can produce things that would bring people together. And Driven Society, the creative agency, was born. First it was Driven Minds, and then you had to do a little searching around for domain names, and Driven Society was birthed at that time. And the first phone call I made was to my brother Franz. I was going through a lot in Pennsylvania at the time I was living, and I'm like, yo bro, I'm about to come back to Brooklyn. I gotta make something happen, but I have this idea for this original company that that highlights the driven, the like-minded, the inspired, and I want you to be a part of it. We started off as a blog where it was just about putting content and putting features on people who were like us and people who we were inspired by. And Franz was a writer on it. At that point, he had his own blog, Compassionate and Callous. He came on board as a writer and as a co-founder, and it was birthed since there. After that, two other partners that came on board. At that point, Zuhaib was heavy on Twitter. This was like Twitter was like really gearing up.
Yeah, when it first came out.
Right, he was heavy on Twitter, and his marketing game was crazy, and I'm just like, yo, I see something in this kid. Plus, me and Zuhaib got even more history. I knew him the longest from high school, and he'll probably go more in depth with that, but we always had a connection when it comes to like business, when it comes to creativity, and I gave him a call one day like, yo, I want you to be part of this, and I feel like you'd be, for our marketing and promotions director, I feel like you would kill it. And right now, that's what he does now, run our social media, heavy in our content, heavy in creative and design and experiential marketing. And then one day, you know, I was leaving my apartment in Brooklyn. I'm going to this spot that Franz is telling me about, and then there's this guy in the front seat who, you know, he's like, yo, call me Wiz, you know what I mean, when my name is George. I'm like, yo, who's this guy? I don't even know this guy, B. You know what I mean? But then, I think Nipsey was playing. Nipsey is, you know, one of my favorite rappers, and I think he was bumping Nipsey. I think he was in Yo Whip, and we was like, yo, you like Nipsey? And after that, we clicked up since then. So, boom, George then became a big part of operations for our events. He became a big part of creative strategy, and as well as design as well too. He's a really super dope creative, as well as Zuhaib, super dope creative, super dope in inspiration and in motivating me to really, you know, put the place together. And then Franz, at the end of the day, I feel like Franz is a really special individual, human being that, you know, his input gives us that unique nature and, you know, keeps us thriving. So this collective was formed out of just, you know, relationships that just happened, and some were longer than others, but for some reason, when we came together, the energy that people felt, they just really clicked. They really fuck with us. They really vibe to our energy, and yeah. So that's how it came about from my perspective. I'll let these guys.
Yeah, how it came about. I met Trav. I'll start back when I met with Franz. We went to York College back in like 06, 07. I think I was a freshman, right? I think you were a sophomore. Yeah. And we met in the cafeteria. I remember that's when MySpace was heavy and everything. So I'm walking through the cafeteria, and he stops me. He's like, "Yeah, you that kid with all the sneakers?" And I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, "Yeah, whatever." like I'll see you later. But you know, we hit it off kind of after that, and he been like a real straight up dude, real good friend. He's like family to me. And a few years later, he tells me about, you know, what he has going on as far as like music and a group that he started with a partner called Driven Society. So then, you know, he lets me know about Trav, and this is before meeting him. You know, so I'm getting hyped for him about the band. I'm real proud of him and what they got going on. And you know, one day we going out, we link up with Trav, and just like Trav said, like we were bumping Nipsey Hussle. And then he's like, yo, you mess with Nipsey? I was like, yeah, he dope. And then from there, we just clicked, you know, we just got to working. Shortly after that, we met Bali. Like, they put me on the Bollywood, and he's been a real, genuine cat. Like, he's like brother. These guys are like brothers to me, so.
Definitely. I remember when Trav called me one day when he came up with the idea, the Driven Society. He was like, yo, I came up with an online magazine. Like, would you want to blog? What would you want to do? And at that time, like, Twitter was popping. And I was like, hell yeah. And I remember we had our first, like, couple conference calls. Right. And that shit was crazy.
A lot of different people at that
Different people at that time when it first started. And, I mean, I don't know where they are right now, but, like, I remember these dudes right here were, like, the ones, like, the forefathers. I look at us like the forefathers, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big society of driven people that's in all of our networks. But we're like the forefathers, the forefront of that energy, and this collective is too dope. Like, it's electric. When we walk in a room, people just look, and we know what they're looking at. They're trying to figure out, who are these dudes, what do they do? They're not rappers. They're not painters. They're not producers. What the fuck do they do? And that's what people have been trying to figure out, and now we're ready to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely. How I came a part of the Driven Society. I met Travis when I was going to college. I had already known George. We did real estate together for like almost a year. I met his godbrother in class. Dude was fly. Had the M35, and I'm like, sheesh. We the same age. Like, how come you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, what's good? So he's like, yo,
we the same.
Yeah, I was definitely with whatever. If he's like, yo, we got a pack, I'm like, I'm with it. But so he's like, yo, I do real estate. You know, get your license, you work with me. I got my license. Met Trav. Trav was mad cool. Then we got tight, man. Like, he went back to Jersey for a little bit, but we always stayed in contact and shit. And he called me one day like, yo, I got an idea for Driven Society. And like, told me what it was, I'm like, yo, 100% on board with it. You know what I'm saying? No questions asked. And today we here. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting people who are talented and gifted and weird like me. And you know what I'm saying? It's a very fulfilling, rewarding experience. You know, I get to hang out with this guy often.
This guy's crazy.
I ain't that bad, man.
I say the biggest attribution to our growth, the company's growth, and how it correlates to my personal growth is brand identity, self identity, purpose. You know, I had to learn through our trials that the most important thing was key for Gym Society is that we stay in our lane. There's a lot of creative companies out here that are doing some really cool, dope things where they have whether it be party series or any type of certain specific event-based type series. With Gym Society, before I ever go around those lines or go across those lines of what we encompass, I had to learn to stay in the lane to be what we represent. We are designed to be an inspiration. We are designed to provide resources, events, and content for people to advance themselves and their career. And we do it in a cool, hip, cultural way. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us dope. And how that even correlates to my personal growth is, for me personally, Travis Weeks, the Travis Weeks brand, I want to stay in my lane. I want to represent what I'm here for. I want to represent my mission, my purpose. I want to give my self-expression to the world while I'm here on this earth, and that has to do with me tapping into who I am. I can't be like Wiz. I can't do what, I told y'all that I can't do what you do. I can't do what Bali does. I can't do what Wiz do. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has their own strength.
Right. I can attempt to it. And do my one thing because I'm gonna do my one too because I'm gonna always be able to pull off something. But what their strengths are is their strengths. So what my strength is my strength. So I have to tap into that and tap into the strength of Gym Society. So when I'm mapping out those plays, I always think that. You know what I mean? We had our first summit this year, Impact Culture 2016, and it was amazing. We had over 300 people come. We did a business panel portion, a interactive networking portion, and then a music portion where we curated artists from all throughout the tri-state. Bali was there right there with me on the right-hand side, curating the music. Franz curated the art, the visual art that was there. It was really dope artists. Wiz was one of the main managers of the actual event curation and the operational side, making sure everything is running smoothly and making sure the artists were on time, making sure all the things added up. So, we all use our strengths and we're able to come together, advance our own network, and put on something dope for culture, dope for the community, dope for anybody who's chasing a dream, anybody who's in love with this culture like we do, And this is something we want to continue to do. Summits, Impact Culture Summits, the Reserve Event Series, which is for brands and entrepreneurs to come together, sell their items, showcase their items, be photographed and network with each other. DS Next Up, which is our music platform for artists to come together, perform, be introduced, find your manager, find a label that can get you to get where you're going, find a marketer, find your team, be able to advance your career. Society Tuesdays, our networking events, everything we did stay in our purpose. And every time we tried to go around those lines, it didn't quite work. You know what I mean? We either lost money or we weren't together as a group the way we should be. So how these years have come along, what I've figured out is if we stay in our lane, stay in our purpose, be who we are, represent what we're here to represent, nobody else is gonna be in our lane. It won't be no traffic, So. That's
a fact. 1,000%, brother. We drink to that, brother.
Yes, sir. I don't got no drink, but salute, my brother. What about you, brother?
I mean, everything he said is 1,000% plus. Like this is a platform, a network for all millennials and Gen Z. I don't really see nobody else doing it how we've done it, how we're doing it. And that's no shot to nobody. That's just the truth. Like I said earlier, when we walk in a room, that shit's electric. She probably felt it. She probably felt it. You know what I'm saying? And the girl out there, I bet you she walked in this room, she will feel that aura, that energy, that You just can't take from us. It's not
So
something we bought.
What is that aura? What is that aura? When somebody steps in that aura, how do they feel?
They feel like they could accomplish anything,
Mm.
anytime, anywhere.
Mm.
You talk to one of us, we'll probably put the battery in your back. You might wake up tomorrow, create a Instagram, create a Facebook. We really do that. All of us have people that we've actually helped, you know, literally, and we didn't want nothing in return because that's our purpose. Right. You know, we are the platform. Like this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
For real.
And just to chime off that, I feel my contribution is, you know, is being like that fourth quarter whiz that, you know, the team calls me, the will to win. Mm-hmm. You gonna never see me give up at nothing I do.
Yo, I don't even want to interject, but since you're making this conversation, I gotta say this real quick. I remember our first event, Society Tuesdays, Business Nervous. So we had the event space, or it was supposed to be a rooftop in the Hell's Kitchen. I forgot the name of it. That wasn't the name of it.
That's what we.
Wait, what was the one
Hell's Kitchen?
There was one to be canceled. So anyway, it was like the day before. Yeah. And they were like, yo, we can't get this rooftop event space no more for our first event. We were like, yo, shit. So I'm calling Wiz, like, yo, what we about to do? We didn't invite in so many people, you know what I mean?
I'm like, I keep the level head sometimes. I'm like, all right, get this out. We're going to get through this.
You was nervous too, though.
Nah, but shit.
Wiz did his 1-2, talked to one of our partners for that event, and boom, yo, we got a new venue the next day. Send out emails like, yo, event changed, but and that event and those pictures, you could see some really like, you know, cool people who started off with us. You know what I mean? From Life to what's his man's name also?
Shout out to Flirters,
poet, the girl, the artist girl from Trenton. Fly Kicks. It was a lot like a lot of cool artists were in there that doing their thing now, and we found a new space. That's one of the reasons why we nicknamed Fourth Quarter Quiz, because he pulled that off like that. Stay calm, stay collected, stay smooth on some Kobe shit.
Yeah. But even though I do be nervous, like he said, but you know, to me, it's just that, you know, you got to keep that in you to not give up and to keep going. So, where there's a will, there's a way. If we can't make it pop one way, we got to do it the other. And that's just what I bring to the table. That's what I bring to myself, and I live by that. You know what I'm saying? Not every day is gonna be good. You know, not every day is gonna be sunshine. It's gonna be clouds, but you know, you got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's what I bring to the table as far as my group goes. I bring a lot of creativity, think outside the box, and I think collectively we do that pretty well together, and we keep each other, you know, in the right space, in the right state of mind. So.
And as far as changing our lives and how have we grown since the brand started, it's fucking crazy. Right. We were all in a different place in that time, and to watch each of us grow and mature, that shit is so dope, you know. And that's one thing I try to tell like my little cousins or anyone who wants to try to start and do something. You got to link with the like-minded people that give you the best energy, that give you that love and all that shit. And we got that shit here. People think, oh, you know, we don't always see y'all together or anything like that. This shit don't stop. We're like all links to a big ass chain, and it's never gonna get broken. You know,
like every company, you know, our challenges have been to try to, you know, really sustain a positive cash flow. You know, as a team, we've worked on many different things, from merchandise, learning how to flip merchandise. We've learned how to really market and expand our events so where it's viable for our next movements. We learned how to build our brands and whatnot. So we took a lot of losses and through our trials and whatnot, and learning the game, learning different, you know, business models, different sponsorship and advertising models. But I think the key is right here. What we've learned now is to build the brand and invest in our brand, build it and invest in our brand, so in our upcoming years we can really reap the rewards and reap the payoff. It's like, you know, it's like reaping what you sow. You know what I mean? So right now, in these last couple of years since we started, we've been sowing. We've been really sowing. We've initiated our summit series, which we're mobilizing next year, going to Philadelphia, going to DC, trying to hit the West Coast. We're doing it again in New York. We've initiated a lot of series. We're going to be back out with our merchandise and our clothing.
Back with the Reserve as well.
Back with the Reserve series for brands and entrepreneurs to come back out. We've started our podcast and Driven Minds podcast, where we're speaking to a lot of the leading and influential people of our culture. So what we're doing right now is we're sowing and investing in ourselves, so those years down the line we can really reap from the benefits of what we built. The objective is to build these pillars that we do every year that we know we can capitalize from financially and creatively, and just to keep building, keep partnering with different brands that can that have the same mission statement and that are alike in the ways where they want to give back and push the culture forward. So yeah, if there's any one of our trials, those are ours. But the thing is with trials, the thing is with those losses and the rocks you go through in business, in friendship, because it's hard. Like we're brothers here. A lot of times, business and friendships don't work. You know, what I mean, we have to work through our issues. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know that I want to see Franz be able to take care of his moms. I want to see Zoo be able to move into his mansion with his wife and see his kids. I want to see George be able to, invest in his property, see his companies, succeed and get to the next level. Like, I want to see that from my brothers. So at the end of the day, we know that we have a lot of sowing to do, and we learned about patience and tapping into our strengths. So with every trial came a win, and the win came through new ways of thinking, new ways of making money, and new ways of creatively expressing ourselves.
It's definitely a learning experience. Everything, we don't look at it as losses, we look at it as learning experiences over here. So, just to chime in on what Trav was saying.
So, in your opinion, what makes a strong partnership?
You gotta believe. No, hold on. In my opinion, what makes a strong partnership is you have to believe in the vision and have to be in sync with one another. Share the same passion, share the same vision, keep each other on each other's toes, because life gets fucked up for everybody. Like, shit ain't perfect in the business world, in your personal life, and to be able to create something from the root. We created something from the root. It wasn't from the ground. This shit was from the root. We created it, and it's still growing, and we had to keep each other on our toes. We all went through shit, and we keep going through shit. But, yeah, if y'all want to chime in on that.
Yeah, honesty, like on top of like believing in what you're doing, honesty is the most important. Like, you know what I'm saying? As these guys are my brothers, sometimes family, you just want to punch them in the face. And you might want to suplex them, Maybe you might want to Stone Cold Stunner somebody.
Definitely.
But if you honest about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you might be afraid. Like, I grew up an only kid, so my relationship skills weren't as sharp, like, as everybody else's that knows that type of discourse with family. So, when you're upset about something, or when you dislike something, or maybe you see something a different way, it's important to be able to speak up, because you might be able to save a lot of heartache or a lot of learning curve in the future, because you said something. Like, if you don't say something, you might go through an unnecessary situation that could have been avoided. So that honesty helps everybody to be on the same page, and it helps reaffirm the belief system. Because at the end of the day, at the very core, like, I believe that at the end of the day, well, not even believe, I know at the end of the day, like, I'm going to be wealthy because of these individuals. And outside of just monetary wealth, I'm talking about just like spiritual wealth, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of person that, is quick to be buddy with people and stuff like that. Like, it just takes too much energy out of me. Anything that's organic, anything that's real, you know what I'm saying? You don't mind. You know what I'm saying? People that mind don't matter, and people that matter don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to. I enjoy just the company of these individuals next to me, generally, and the fact that we're able to work together and do creative things.
Makes it even better.
It enriches and enhances the experience tenfold.
Yeah, and the friendship, the bond, the relationship. When you're putting your heads together to work on something, you get stronger together as a unit.
Exactly. And it makes it that much easier. You know what I'm saying? When everybody's like on the same page, like, I don't feel like we're all, like, we look at it as if we're better than one another, but we're all better than each other at something, which makes us all stronger as a collective, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I may know how to draw something, but he may know how to get the pieces together to do it right. He may know how to, get certain people in a room. He may know how to, pour the liquor. You know what I'm saying? But as long as we can all put that together, it really makes it a special thing, especially when it's organic. And so it's a beautiful thing.
To anybody considering a start in a creative endeavor, you're probably thinking that you're going to need a lot of things to do right. You're going to need money. You're going to need the knowledge of how to do it. And you're going to need patience to get it done. But on top of all of those things you need, the number one thing that you need to do is get started immediately. Not wait. Not wait, because the time is never going to be perfect. There's never going to be that time when, damn, I saved up all this money, now I can accomplish my dream. Because you know what? By the time you even grind this stack up all that money, your idea is like that you had 6 months ago, somebody probably already pulled the trigger on it, or it's antiquated and it doesn't fit in today's market. Like just get out there and just do it. You know what I'm saying? You are what you do. Even if you dedicate just 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day to whatever it is you do it. Because that 15 minutes is going to turn into 30, it's going to turn into an hour, and then before you know it, you're going to do some pretty interesting things. Meet some really interesting things. Get started immediately.
I'd say advice I'd give somebody is everything what Franz said of 100, but definitely make your own opportunities. A lot of the times people are not gonna hand you have a creative agency. Heineken is not gonna hit you up and say, hey, I want you to curate this art event for me. I'm gonna give you free product and write you a check and a budget. It's not gonna happen off the gate just because you have a website up. Right. You know what I'm saying? What you're gonna have to do is make your own opportunities, network extremely well as if you can. Go out there and meet different people, talk to different people, network through LinkedIn. But making your own opportunities, meaning that sometimes you gotta come up with the funding yourself. Sometimes you gotta connect the dots yourself. Make those relationships with the DJs, with the artists, with the influencers that can make any event that you curate or any product that you're bringing to the marketplace, make it 10 times over, make it 10 times better. A lot of those opportunities that you're gonna have to advance yourself are gonna come from what you do. So every hand you shake, every email you send, every business card you collect to go out there and make things happen, all of that is important. All that adds up. All of those pieces add up. We're in this office today because of a handshake that led to a relationship, that led to an agreement, that led to us doing a job for somebody, that led to another agreement and another idea, then boom, now we're here.